Today we are going to be trying to save this BMW X3 35i. If you know anything about BMWs, you know that this car has the N55 turbo motor. Like always though, this car has problems. That's why it needs saving. First issue, the transmission did not work. On top of that, the valve cover was absolutely puking oil. As you see, there's still some residue left over. And the car overall needs a full clean. It's filthy, but it is a very well optioned car. Red interior, backup camera. It does not have sport seats, but it is red. And it is that N55 BMW motor, which has a reputation for being maybe one of the best sounding BMW motors ever made. So let's get it pulled in the shop. So, like I said, we have done a few things to this car already, including the valve cover and an entire transmission.
We put the trans in the other night, and once we got the trans in, we fired up the car. Obviously, it didn't go into gear. We're like, oh no. Call up Beamer.
Beamer ECU.
Beamer ECU, and they remoted in with our laptop, and then they coded the transmission to the car, and after that, trans went in the gear. So win-win. The old trans definitely had something broke catastrophic inside, causing clutch faults. Went in the gear, and then after that, we noticed the car is kind of stumbling.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and show you what we mean.
You'll get an idea, hopefully through the camera, what's going on here. Kind of hear it coming in and out of power. So we've got a light misfire somewhere. You know, the first thing we're going to do as a shop is we're going to take the spark plugs and the coil packs out, and hopefully that little light stutter there it was again, it's going to go away. So now Trevor is going to be a technician.
Be a tech, fix it myself. Who would have thought? So coil packs, spark plugs, and then some of the other little things I've noticed. Door handle on the inside that are so common to fail on these. And very weirdly, the switches, for some reason, down is up. However that works, so that's cool.
It's called reverse engineering.
Reverse engineering is all over this car. There is a brake fault still somewhere on this, so we'll have to figure that out later, but for now we're just gonna try and get this thing running decent so we can drive it and go from there.
Okay. Well, I pray to God this comes out.
All right, we're in the process of pulling the coil packs. Spark plugs are next. And of course, one of the ends gets stuck in there. So we're on a recovery mission now.
Not sure how it's gonna go. Probably not good.
But we do have a brand new set of plugs and coils. All right, we got all the spark plugs, coil packs in. Look at how nasty these old ones are. Sitting in a Gage's spark plug holder, link in bio. Time to throw the rest of the intake on. Hopefully she's good to go. All right, see if she's any better.
So, on initial startup, we were making sure all these coil packs were seated all the way. And Trevor did the valve cover by himself.
Let's go.
Did a fine job. And we've noticed this car's got like a weird stumble, other than the spark plug issue. Like it had a vacuum leak. Couldn't figure out where, you know, like an air mass leak or something. Figured it out, went over to the valve cover. He didn't swap over this gasket that goes around the Valvetronic motor. And ta-da, got your vacuum leak.
How was I supposed to know?
Literally, I can see vapor, smoke rolling out of it right now.
Well, that would be our problem. FYI, I'm not a mechanic.
So if that's the only thing you did wrong, then that's okay.
All right, cool pack spark plugs are in that gasket that I forgot. Next up on the list is, we don't have brake lights. Well, I mean, I guess we have one. So, the key to fixing these running lights on the tail lights is sponsored by Amazon. It's actually these little LED like circuit boards that I guess go out. We're gonna try it and see if it fixes it. Wet out there?
It's real wet.
We're gonna just notice this side doesn't have a cover. That side has a cover. This side is missing two, what would you call it? Two nuts on it? Is that right? Is that the right terminology?
I know.
So that means this tail light is literally not being held in by anything
Other than the connector.
So that's sick. Back cover is off, and I'm not quite sure if this is OEM. Well, this one has a circuit board, unlike whatever is going on this one. So that's odd. Well, while fixing the taillights, we discovered the problem with the driver's side. This is actually a halogen taillight compared to the LED that's supposed to be on this car. So I'm not really sure what the issue with this car is. Why is there a different taillight on it? But as you can see for now, we got 3 out of 4.
If it was a Honda,
better than it was.
it wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah, it's
Because it's a BMW, it has these problems.
It's surprisingly quicker than I thought. Do a little dig here. Traction off. She is not slow. Not slow at all. Oh, this thing is fun. Okay, so I spent the weekend driving this car, and it gave me no problems, actually. It drove great. I think the spark plugs and coal packs, and of course that gasket helped a lot. But I took it through the car wash. Water was actually leaking through this back tailgate. I've got the trim pulled off here, and I guess we're gonna take it out and maybe try and reseal it and see if water will stop leaking in. What's out? All right, next thing we gotta fix is these nasty door handles. So I got the Amazon special. We got this, the one we're gonna be putting on right now. Then we got replacements for all the other 3 sticky door handles in this thing that are so annoying. All we have to do with this one, pop this guy out, and stick the new one on. There we go. Good as new. Now we still have to clean up all the black stuff all over this leather, but inside is for another day. Next step, I plan on trying to restore these headlights. Now, as you see, super hazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit them with some sandpaper, some super fine grit, nothing crazy, and then see if they'll polish up, clean up, and hopefully, for the most part, I should bring the front end of this car back to life. All right, driver's side done. Working on the passenger side right now. We've sanded it, we just polished it, and now we are getting ready to do the, where to go? This stuff right here. the magic ceramic coat to keep this hopefully less oxidized for longer. All right, that is it for restoring these headlights. I mean, I think easily the best thing we've done to this thing so far. I mean, they look so good now. So now that that's done, next step is we're gonna go ahead and take care of the rest of the other door handles. We got the driver's side in. Now we just have to do the other three. And to replace this piece, we actually have to pull the entire door card off. I believe there should just be two like T20, T25 on the back, and we should be able to switch it out. Well, there was 5 screws holding it on. We got it off. Kind of a pain. I don't think these have ever been off, but time to put the new door handle on. Yep, this might be the most difficult door card in existence right here.
Probably not the right way to do it, but.
Did she go?
We
No.
put it back in on this side.
Oh God.
I think we got it.
Wow.
There she is. My gosh, she was on there, wasn't she?
All of it for a door handle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are down to the last one. I'm not looking forward to this at all. And that is it for the door handles. All 4 are now replaced, and I'm glad that's over with. What should we do next? All right, next up, we got a replacement taillight for this side that is a halogen, so now all the taillights can match. So we're gonna go ahead and take off these 2 nuts, pull this out. There's already bulbs in it, so we'll just see if it works, and hopefully we just gotta put those back on and plug it in. All right, we just got it sitting in there. It's about time we get some of these lights off of the dash. We got a brake light. Eventually, a TPMS light will come on. And every time you start the car, you get this annoying brake system. Time to take care of that. All right, so I've got the wheels off. These rotors have definitely seen better days. We got fresh pads, fresh rotors, all the way around, including that brake sensor to fix the light. Let's try and knock this thing out. All right, I went ahead and knocked the front brakes out in like 10 minutes each. Super quick.
I want y'all to understand, it's been like 4 hours probably. He started about 10 o'clock and it's 3:30.
It wasn't that early. Maybe, okay, maybe 2 hours. Hour each. It's okay, they're done. Now on to the back.
Was the sensor good?
Well, I may or may not have messed up the back. Slightly. What'd I do? Push the piston out? Yeah? Yeah. Would not recommend. We finished up installing the pads and rotors. Now that's taken care of. We shouldn't have a brake light anymore on the dash. Next step is we're gonna try and get the TPMS light to code out and do an oil change. This shit's black.
That happens. You know what they say? I didn't know you had a diesel, Trevor.
And the oil change is done, the brakes are done, TPMS light, it's gonna be turned off with Pro Tool. And I think that's it for this one. Just a quick recap of everything we've done with this car. Starting off with the biggest one, it needed an entire transmission. That's been fixed, coated, car runs great now. We did a valve cover, we did new coil packs, new spark plugs, we buffed the headlights. I put some of the spare tires I had on it. We also fixed all the door handles on this thing because they were all sticky. I also fixed the LED taillights. It ended up being a bent tab, I guess you could say, so the connection wasn't quite there. We took this car from Facebook Marketplace, not even being a running and driving car, to is back in one piece. If you guys want to follow along, this car will be going full bolt on next. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.